But at this rate, like with the 529, it's especially with the twins, it's not going to be enough. That'll be a portion of it. You know what I mean? That'll be a part of it.
Yeah.
That's not going to cover 4 years of college for both of them.
Hey, y'all, thanks for tuning in to Dad Intentions. Let me first start off by saying thank you to all our supporters. I can't believe we're sitting here recording our 15th episode from just bullshitting around in our group chat, just laughing and being like, bro, we got to start a podcast, to fooling around on our iPads and our work computers. And now we're sitting here at the Treehouse Lounge and, dog, we're filming our podcast.
Man,
like, how
that's
crazy
crazy.
is that?
We're official.
So I first, like I said, I just want to thank everybody who's tuned in, everybody who's listened. We appreciate y'all hitting subscribe, hitting follow. And we hope that we can just keep building this for 15, 30, 45 plus more episodes, right? So
Yeah.
let's go ahead and jump into it, babe. How
Let's
y'all
go.
been?
Good, man. Long time no see.
I know, 2 weeks, dude.
It's been a minute,
So,
man.
It's good.
I had stuff to get off my chest, and I didn't even know what to do.
I
I'm
know.
just
I
sitting
wish
there
I
having to
would have
talk
took
to Darren
notes or
and
I
something.
stuff.
should have, yeah,
Should have jotted
definitely should
down
have
some
wrote down
stuff.
some notes on what I've been up to though. But
We'll try to.
we'll dive in. We'll dive on in.
I'll go ahead and kick it off,
Okay,
man. It's
what's been up
been
with you?
Go
so
for
like
it.
2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. Let's see.
You got a big 2 weeks.
It has been, man. Sydney and I got 2 nights away, baby free. During that 2 weeks, we took a little trip up to Cedar Point. That's a theme park in Sandusky, Ohio, right on Lake Erie. For anybody who doesn't know that, a lot of great roller coasters. Park was like dead. Like we
That's
got
awesome.
to
Dang.
ride everything we wanted, some multiple times.
Did they say why I was dead?
I think a lot of it had to do with just maybe school
Time
starting
of
back up
year?
in places,
Yeah.
and yeah, we went on a Thursday and a Friday, so we weren't
Oh,
there on a
yeah.
weekend.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Weather was great. We got Airbnb. Airbnb guy had the fridge stocked with some local Ohio beers, so I got to
Nice.
kick that off and taste some good beers up there.
Great Lakes. You have any Great Lakes?
It wasn't Great Lakes.
Oh, man, that's
I
fine.
wish I should have wrote down what it was. I untapped it.
You
I
didn't
can pick up
untap
my
them?
phone and
Oh,
check.
okay. Okay.
No, I untapped them, so I know what they are. I just don't know off the top of my head. So that went on, which I could dive into some other stuff there, but we'll save it for a little off air. That was pretty good. Then let's see, this last week, just like I said, still home with me and Chandler. Monday through Friday was great. High school football started back up. We got to take Chandler to his first football game. It was kind of cool, and he was great. Like I'm not trying to say he was attentive to the football, but like he was calm. He, we didn't go in the stands. We stood along the fence.
Yeah.
It was
What was the weather like?
Weather was pretty good. It wasn't too hot
Yeah.
because it was, sun was kind of setting. So wasn't too bad for him. He had a nice little Trinity onesie on. Got a lot of pictures.
Donovan, that's fire.
like
Dog, think about it. You just took your son to his first game. That's fire.
First football game, man. It was nuts.
That's wild. I love that Letterman's jacket you got on.
I know. I got the little
fire.
Letterman jacket. Yeah,
that was probably the dopest thing I've seen.
Yeah. I need to put that on the Instagram page.
That's a good one.
But yeah, so that went on. We got to hang out with a couple friends who were in town. Oh man, I mean, just like it just seemed like it was just nonstop. Like we, 2 weeks, like not doing this felt long, but like it seemed like everything was going on. Like it was just boom, boom, boom. Yeah. But good break though,
man,
for sure.
That's awesome. I just keep thinking about how many good pictures you're gonna have, like when Chandler gets older, playing football.
I know,
holding them, winning his Trinity onesie.
Well, it's kind of cool too because my youngest brother is a freshman there.
Yeah.
So we have 4 solid years. Where Chandler's going to be up and really moving around and understanding some stuff. By the time he Kingston graduates,
man,
so
it's going to be Sims Florence bloodline running deep in Trinity.
Well, it's a yes. I mean,
that's good.
Why not?
That's awesome.
I enjoy it. They lost, by the way, to Carmel High School. So
shout out.
Damn, for real. Remember y'all played? You know what? Don't worry about it. Continue.
Ain't nobody playing Texas stuff.
No, I wasn't even talking about Texas. I was just saying Indiana football versus Kentucky football.
I say Indianapolis football versus
I
Louisville
mean,
football.
they're in
Yeah,
Indiana.
that would be
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Okay.
say
Yeah.
Indiana versus
Man.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
True.
that'd be a good one.
Because if we cross the river and just play like Floyd Central
Yeah.
Jeff or something like that, it wouldn't be the same.
Terrence, would you consider yourself a Texan by now after living in Texas?
My man's been in Texas for a
I
decade.
mean,
I know.
yeah.
But still, like,
I'd probably consider
I know what
myself a
you're asking.
Texan now for sure.
so
I've
see,
passed
like,
the test.
now you could just sit back and be like, ha, Kentucky and Indiana football. That's funny.
Nah,
How
I ain't
about
even go
Texas
big
high
time
school
y'all like
football
that.
now?
My
I
man
can't
was
even
going to
big time.
Russellville at one point.
I can't even big time y'all like that right now.
Yeah.
What's been going on down in Texas though?
Yeah. 2
Man.
weeks with you. 2 weeks with you and the boys.
I'm trying to think. The boys had their 4-month appointment.
Yeah,
What was it?
that happened. Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
A
Yeah,
week
we had that
ago?
too. Dang.
Yeah, a week ago.
Yeah, you're a couple days
They're
after us.
Yep. They're growing. Everything's going well. Emory. So we, for some reason, I don't even remember how this happened. Basically from the start, like Emory just didn't feed as well as Quincy. Quincy like took to the bottle well. Everything like it's just always been easier. So with feeding, Emory or Quincy will want to eat more. So we just got to the point where we eventually got to feeding him 5 ounces per feeding. And with Emory, we were only feeding him like 4.5. And it was like work to get him to take 4.5. So we show up to the appointment, and they've normally been about 2 pounds apart, almost to the dot, like down to the ounce, 2 pounds apart. And Quincy's starting to separate himself a little bit. It's getting a little more than 2 pounds. So the pediatrician was like, yeah, maybe we should start feeding Emory a little more every night, and then maybe we could draw back what Quincy eats a little bit. So
Dang.
they're and that's mostly because like he just eats to the point where like if you keep feeding him, he'll eat until he throws up. Like he just won't stop.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah, Chandler's that way too.
yeah,
We cap him at 4.5, but I'm thinking about
Yeah.
moving towards 5 too as well.
but that was nice. Just kind of whatever like little questions we had about things, like she's always good about answering them, and they got their shots. They took them like champs this time. Honestly, like they cried for a second, and then as soon as we picked them up, they were just like, "Oh, okay, cool." Like,
Dude,
we going
I feel
home
like
now.
such a bad dad. I literally forgot we had our 4-month checkups too.
Yeah.
Like that's how much has been going on. Like we had ours as well. Like everything Terrence is saying, I'm like, oh yeah, I just did them.
That's
Life is
the
crazy.
problem going first.
But
That's the problem with going first.
It
You
is.
forget,
But
like,
we
everything.
we also had like it's weird to me how much stuff you have to think about being a parent, especially as a mom. Like just the milk storage. I look in the freezer and I'm like, yo, we got milk
Mhm.
for the rest of our lives. There's bags of milk in there.
Ooh, I
And we
can't wait to
were
go back
we were
home.
going to a friend's house, and Dara was like, "Hey, so what are we gonna do during the time in Arizona?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? There's
Yeah.
like a lifetime supply of milk in the freezer." And she was like, "Terrence, that milk is gonna last us 2 days." And like
Damn.
when you really think about it, those are 6-ounce bags, rounding up
Yeah.
to 6-ounce bags. The boys eat like 5 times a day. There's
Yeah.
double the feedings. Yeah, so I was like, damn, you're right. But we're actually gonna get to the point now where one feeding a day, they're starting to take some Similac. So
There you
basically
go.
when she's gone or when we're gone, they'll be able to kind of survive. Like we'll sprinkle in a couple Similac feedings throughout the day so that
Yeah.
we can stretch that milk out.
Yeah.
But like
Not even to cut you off,
go
because
ahead.
just because we're on that same topic. So yeah, we're gonna be in Arizona together. All 4 of us. Well, the wives and us.
Yeah.
And luckily for us, starting in July, we already started supplementing Similac into his breast milk. So like he at times, definitely at nighttime, he does full formula bottles. So we know
Right.
with our supply that we have, like you said, Terrence, we got supply for days in the freezer. But we know if like there's an issue, like they're running short, that he can take formula the whole time while we're gone.
Yeah.
which when we did that 2 nights while we were away, we left like 32 ounces of breast milk frozen for Sydney's parents. Now I don't know how they split it up because like I did the math, I did it per bottle. You know what I'm saying? Like I did the math, and I'm like, bro, I should still have when I come back. We should still have like 10 ounces. Like we had like 2. Like that's all they had left frozen. I was like, how much did y'all give this kid?
Yeah.
Like y'all had, and I gave him a whole thing of Similac, which was kind of depleted. Which I'm not mad about that. Like because y'all helped us out, y'all kept him, and grandparents are probably like, he might be hungry, feed him. He might be hungry. Where like parents are kind of like, he needs a nap, put the kid to sleep. We'll feed him in an hour. And that's less feed, less milk and supplies you use. But like, yeah, you'll notice a difference, man, when y'all start doing that Similac, how much more storage you get with milk because you'll be using less. And
bro, that Similac
it saved us. Oh, the Similac stinks. Wait till you smell them diapers.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It changed everything. The moment Chandler started getting Similac, bro, I mean, you could smell him in the house. Like, God, there was times where I was like, did Major poop in the house? Because it's real. It just tag on it. It changes their whole body.
Yo, Donovan, I've got a question for you. And if you don't want to answer, you can spare your wife, whatever. But we're all adults here. So I noticed, like I'll be walking in the kitchen or something, and I'll be like, damn, did one of the boys fart? And I'm sitting there sniffing, and I'm like, I look at Dara and I'm like, you're the only other person in the kitchen. Their farts smell the exact, which makes sense. They're taking in what she's eating, but it's like their farts smell the exact same. And I'm like, dog, this is
that's right.
ridiculous.
I mean, they're literally, you're right. They're literally eating whatever.
Sorry for letting the world know you fart, Dara.
Right. They're eating whatever, Dara, Sydney, soon to be Sierra, takes in, so they're getting it right away.
That's crazy.
You
never think about that until like you actually get to
that point. We were eating chocolate cake tonight at Sydney's dad's birthday. Shout out, father-in-law, happy birthday. And they're like, give Chandler some cake, which we were like all laughing, like, no, we're not. And Sydney goes, I mean, he's gonna get some here in a few hours. Because it is what it is. So no, you're right, man. Like I forgot about the 4-month checkup. We got a full-time roller now, like from back to front. Like he did that for us right before we left town. So Sydney got to see it. It wasn't like the very first time he rolled from his back to his front.
That's
so
awesome.
We were still there. I don't know, man. We got a lot going on. Getting ready for some travel in September. I know Terrence, all 3 of us got a lot going on in September. It's just a lot. But let's move on to you, Bub. I know you.
Real quick, I want to ask Terrence one more question.
Oh, yeah.
About Emery and Quincy.
Okay.
Do you notice, like, one being more, like, do you notice with Quincy being heavier than Emery, do you think he's, like, more dominant with the personality, too?
I don't know if he's more.
You think he more so takes over?
I don't think he has a more dominant personality. Maybe it becomes that, but he has it. Like they definitely have different personalities. Emery is like, I don't know how to describe his personality. He just kind of looks at you and he's like, he's not really smiling. He's just kind of mean mugging all the time. But then if you like mess with him, he'll give you a smile, but that'll be it. And Quincy's just like, from the time you lock eyes with him, he's just like smiling and drooling on you.
Yeah.
So
I just feel like every twin I know, and growing up with twin brothers, I just feel like there's always been one that is a lot more outgoing or outspoken and whatnot, and then always one more reserved.
And maybe that's what it becomes. Maybe this is like the early stages of that, because for me, not real, like, I don't know. I'm projecting when I say this, but it would seem that way because Quincy's just like louder and more vocal and smiles more.
That's crazy.
And laughs
it's crazy
more.
Thinking that's like when it all starts up. That's what's crazy.
Yeah. It's already developing. Like,
that's funny.
I know. I just thought I'd bring that question up.
No, that's a good question. You just hit 30 weeks.
Yeah, just hit 30 weeks.
30 weeks. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, had our 30-month checkup, our 30-week checkup. Not
30 months.
Well, when you have your 30-month, you're like 2.5 years old.
What do you? You're gonna be the one who's like, yeah, he's 30 months
Oh,
old.
I hate that, but I understand. Like now, actually,
And
okay,
it makes a
before I
lot
get
more
back
sense
into
now.
what I've been up to. Now
Oh,
that
yeah, right now it
that we're
does.
having the baby, having Kai, and hearing about people that are having kids, it makes a lot more sense for why they would say a kid's 14 months versus a year.
Yeah.
You change so much in 2 months.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
I get it now, being like in that point in my life. But when I was always growing up, I was like, it's so stupid. Okay, I'm 60 months old. You know, like,
Are you?
no, I'm not even close. That's
Okay.
5 years. But yeah, no. So we had our doctor's appointment on Friday, and everything's going well. Sierra's measuring just on par with everything we need to do.
Good.
And baby's measuring out fine. We
Nice.
signed up for our maternity classes, not maternity classes, maternity pictures.
Oh,
We're getting those done, and
nice.
doing that on the 19th of September.
Nice.
So excited for that.
It's a nice Sunday.
Mhm.
Nice Sunday.
Yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm excited for it to do. We've always done. We did like an at-home shoot before, and we did like a nice, like formal outdoorsy one for our announcement. So now we're doing like a studio one. So it'll be something fun we haven't done before yet.
Y'all using Morgan again, or y'all going somebody else?
Man, I can't. I don't remember the photographer name, but we are using somebody that.
Sorry, no plug for you.
Next time we shoot, I'll have a plug, but not right now. I don't. But last weekend, we went to the which is the reason why we couldn't record, and we went out to the Brickyard in Indy.
I saw that
NASCAR race out there, so it was,
oh
it was a fun time.
Yeah, I saw those.
It looked like you were in your element, dog.
Yeah, hey. It was fun.
He fit right in.
I fit in.
Man.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun, and I'd say some racing, and
some wrecks.
Drink lots of beer.
Cars go in circles. They go round and round.
This one they actually
had the track.
Actually a road course.
Yeah,
so
road
it was
course.
A little more.
I did see that.
Fun. But it was a good time. All in all, all good. And
Sierra's holding
one more
up.
thing we found, huh?
I said Sierra's holding up. She's all good.
Oh yeah, she's doing well. She feels like every day her belly's growing, you know. But
yeah, because it is.
It is like, and it's starting to get to that point, you know, where you're in that third trimester, and we're just
damn, Mark,
more and more by the day.
You're in the home stretch, bro.
Oh yeah,
man,
it's really
30 weeks,
you, man.
Yeah, so ongoing rivalry we've been having and talking about, you know, is just wondering if he's gonna be a Dolphins or Patriots fan.
I know. I saw her present you with a Patriots onesie.
She brought that Patriots jersey on, and I was like,
"Hey man!"
I was like half asleep. I just woke up. She brought it over and threw it in my lap, and so I went out that day and bought a Reggie Bush Dolphins jersey because that's the only Dolphins jersey I could find for an infant.
A Reggie
Bush?
Yeah, I know. Wild.
Like, why wouldn't they just make a Dan Marino?
I know, but this was like I found it off of. Like a second market or something.
Okay.
I had to get it, but I couldn't buy him anywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, no, so I can't have him only having a Patriots uniform. He's got to have a Dolphins jersey at some point.
Yeah, we don't have that problem in our house. Like Sydney claims to be a Ravens fan, which is cool because Lamar's there, so I don't really hate on that.
Yeah.
But Chandler only has like Vikings and stuff, onesies and stuff, but she don't care that much. Like we don't even have many like Louisville onesies and things. Like I think he does, but they're all like 9 months. Like none of them are in size.
It's probably a lot harder to buy for infants. Like I never really thought about it.
And it's almost not that it's pointless, but it's like there's a short window that they can wear those things. You know,
right? Right.
Right.
You got to think ahead when you're buying. Like like we're buying all 6 to 9 month stuff. I'm like, okay, that's going to be fall into winter. So like you can get like you're not going to get 6 to 9 month shorts. You know, you're going to be like, all right, I'm going to get these like long sleeve clothes and whatever. Like you can still get onesies because you can always put pants and stuff over onesies. You know, but you're just like that jacket, that Letterman jacket. You know, he kind of fits him now, but I know he's going to be able to wear it
it'll be way better
into the fall and stuff like that. So the race car. What was it? Is it NASCAR?
Yeah.
Sorry, not race car. I don't know why.
No, we did like they had a Saturday Sunday race, so it was like a AAA of NASCAR on Saturday. And
so I never been to one of those. Was there a lot of beer drinking there? Like, was it just like
I'm telling you, it's a super. I know it's like a super white shit thing, but it's actually a good time.
No, I'm not knocking
you can bring you bring your own beer with you. You can bring anything that is not in glass with you.
Damn.
Like, yeah. So you bring all of your food, bring all your beer with you. Okay. You can bring liquor. It's a good time. It is, and especially like at that one, it was a road race, so we saw like 5 or 6 different turns, like right where we were sitting.
Yeah.
Different than like the Brickyard, because the Brickyard before was always like super boring because it's like a 2.5 mile course, where it's just a big oval. You can fit like they said like 2 Lucas Oil stadiums in there.
Damn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They have a golf course in half of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Yeah.
Tony, you want to go play there?
It's a massive place. It would be cool to do that.
That's pretty sweet. So you could bring your own beer.
There's really no
rules. No like crazy rules. Was there a bunch of masked people up there?
People no masks.
I was about to say, there was not a mask in sight.
And with that crowd, there definitely wouldn't have been any. So
I wouldn't even like try to be political. I was just saying like out and about. Like, was there any mask or anything?
There was none.
That's cool. That's funny.
But when you're outside, we were pretty spread out anyway.
Yeah. That's pretty sweet, man. Yeah. I definitely want to do that.
It was fun. I would like to. I haven't been since I've been older to the Indy 500.
Yeah, I want to do that one.
I want to do that one. I heard that one's like the Kentucky Derby.
We might be able to get away next year and do that one. You know, Kai and Chandler. You might be able to get away.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
6 months.
That'd be good. Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
Well, speaking of beer, we might as well move on to our Untapped section. You know.
Yes, sir.
Here in the Treehouse Lounge, Mark and I keeping it traditional. I think we're going to do our last installment of Against the Grain. I mean, they got so many options. You really can't go wrong with them. So tonight
the brown note.
Yeah, we set it on the brown note, which is just a little brown ale. But the image of the can. Hopefully, I got a good image of that for you YouTube people. So you can laugh at that little can. But if you like brown ales, man, it's definitely really good in flavor. Like there's no lack in the taste at all. Like it's not too strong, but it's like really good. I do like brown ales, but I usually drink it more in the fall.
Yeah.
But it was a good one to have right now. So
it's a good one. Hey, check out their Instagram at ATG on Instagram.
Oh yeah, really good Instagram. Good good local beer. Terrence, what you got down there in Austin for us, man?
Yeah, I got y'all another local hazy IPA again this week. This is the Zilker Brewing Heavenly Days hazy IPA. It's pretty good. I'm not I think I've probably had it about 3 times. But it's great. Right on the nose for a hazy IPA. Nice and almost not as citrusy as others, but like a nice, like pillowy, like fluffy taste to it. It's really good.
Yeah. One thing I like about some of the beers that you've introduced is the presentation. Like, I feel like every can you've had has been like a really nice can. I don't know if that's.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes like that draws you to a beer.
I definitely look for the illustration.
Like the illustration, like this one, like as y'all just seen, like it was hilarious to me.
I was about to say that like ATG has some of the best cans.
Like some of the best. So I was like, I gotta grab that. But you said that hazy IPA you're drinking maybe remind me. The one I had was a Lakeshore Fog when we were up in Cedar Point, and it was a hazy, juicy IPA. Ooh. And my wife, Sydney, she hates IPAs, but she tried it and wanted to finish them all. And I was like, chill, bro.
Damn.
I was like, those are for me.
Those
hazies are just
that'll
really
get you
good.
started on the IPAs. Like it's just a good starter for the IPA too.
Yeah, I like them.
It's almost that Oktoberfest season.
Oh man,
I saw some out there last week.
I saw some in the grocery store.
Like, man, I'm not ready. I can't drink an Oktoberfest when it's
still 90
degrees. Yeah. Like I'm not ready for that.
My watch says it's 90 degrees.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's ridiculous up here, man. But as the Midwesterners say, it's the humidity that'll get you. It's not the heat.
That's true. I actually said their Instagram wrong. It's actually at ATG Brewery.
I thought that's what you said.
I had to correct myself on that.
I'm glad you corrected it in the same episode because that will look bad on us.
I'm an honest man. I'll admit my mistakes.
Terrence, I gotta get to Austin soon, man, because I just know there's so many different beers like down there that we
just
can't
wait
get here.
Wait until November when it's not 100 degrees. Just wait.
I'm not so like miserable.
I'm not trying to like have us and all of our children out sweating, dying in the heat.
Said, please
wait till like November.
My ass is sweating. Sorry, it was a little Kevin Hart joke. Man, God, oh dude, Kevin Hart, fool.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Hey, have y'all seen that? You guys seen those people doing those milk crate things on the pyramids?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Have you seen all of me?
I'm telling you, I could do it. I'm telling you, I know I could do it. Because here's what you gotta do. You don't take your time. Because I'm just gonna run up that bitch and then come back down.
I hope you all who are listening have seen the milk crate.
Yeah,
pyramid.
Everybody has to have seen it by now.
If not, just look it up. They're all over the place.
I wouldn't run. I would walk very quickly. Because if you run, you're gonna fall. But I wouldn't. People that stop, you always see them. You're gonna lose their balance there because it's swaying. So.
Well, there was a guy who kind of stopped and paused. He just kept his balance the whole way.
Yeah.
I mean, I won't speak on everything else he was doing, but he had a good little time up there. He made it across with no problem. He rolled across that thing.
He literally, yeah, he had a good. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Some people, I love watching that.
That was a dad joke.
Well, you think you could do it?
No, I'm a fall. I would try it, but I know I'm a fall. There ain't
no balance.
I got balance, bro. I got tiptoe, on the sideline, man.
You could do it.
I don't know, dog. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I could do it. I'd probably bust my ass. I'm gonna try it though.
I could do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, 100%. Let's set it up. This sounds like great content.
I'll go first.
No, I've got to go first.
No. You're the one who's gonna go. You're telling us you can do it.
Oh, if I win, everybody else would have to go too.
All right.
You think you'll make it through?
Probably not. But
the truth comes out.
No, it was definitely. It seemed like a challenge that would be fun, but man, it could be painful if you fall the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever fallen on a milk crate? I have.
Can't say.
Bro,
for some reason growing up, we have milk crates around the house like all the time. I don't know why, but like I remember falling off my bed on the one. Like we were wrestling. You know how you get like the WWF. I know it's E now, but intro music. Flick the lights off and on, come in the room, and I got slammed on the bed by my older cousin, and I fell off the bed right onto a milk crate. Like,
this wasn't a bunk bed,
dude. My spinal.
I
hurt my back.
That sounds like a wrestling stunt.
Spinal. Oh, I'm sorry. We did dumb stuff as kids, man.
Yeah,
dumb stuff as kids.
Had to.
Hopefully,
but if you don't do dumb stuff as kids, like, did you really live?
No.
You don't do a bunch of things where it's like, man, I don't know how we made it out this far, like alive without breaking anything or doing whatnot. Like,
oh well, yeah, like you want to have stuff to look back on. Like honestly, I would be upset if Chandler didn't like go out and just do things, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so unsafe. Like, well, he's gonna learn from it,
And it makes good stories, if not.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I know Terrence did a lot of stupid stuff as a kid too, though. I was looking for some of it. Oh man, like it's kind of funny when you think about stuff like that because, like, going out and just like our parents letting us just kind of experience life also sets you up, like you said, for the future. Like, you learn from your mistakes, you grow from different things. You're like, oh, I can. I don't know. Say you're trying to cook for the first time, like noodles or whatever, and you touch the stove, you don't realize like, oh, that really is hot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so simple of a, thing to use, but like something like that. Like, if you don't learn from your mistakes, you're not going to do it down the road, right? Yeah. So like something like you can take with you as far as like us being adults now, like investing in our kids. Like, I know I'm learning from like my parents' mistakes and ideas. Like, they didn't know how to like invest in our future as far as like education. Like I remember when it came down to colleges and stuff, and like I had to ask my mom how to apply, and she had no idea like what to tell me how to do stuff like that, right? So like I was thinking the other day, like actually Sydney's parents mentioned it to me. They were like, "Hey, we want to be able to give into a fund for Chandler, you know, for his future education."
Yeah.
They're like, "Are you setting up a 529 or something like that?" And like I've thought of stuff like that before, but like he's only about to be 4 months, so I'm like, it's just not at the forefront of your brain. Like you can't think like 18 years sometimes. So I was like, man, it'll be a nice little topic to bring up on the podcast. Like, have you and Sierra, have you and Dara talked about, or even like just small talk, not like literally started, but have y'all talked about how y'all are going to go about investing in your kids? Like, like letting them make their mistakes. Like, what are you going to do to help protect them? What are you going to do to help them grow? Things like that.
So you mean like as far as like money wise or everything in general?
I mean, we can stay in the money wise section for that because I think we're all in agreement on letting them go outside and get dirty.
Yeah.
Let them be kids, but more for like the parent side. Like, what have y'all talked about? Like,
you want to go, Terrence? Well, I can
go. Sure, I can go.
Go ahead and take it on.
I mean, as we all know, like the price for a year in college just continues to skyrocket, or I won't say skyrocket, but just continues to climb up like everything else. So before the boys were born, I went to the bank. I had to like print some paperwork, get like find a notary or something. And while I was there, I just talked to one of the guys about a 529 and like set up an appointment to meet with them and like get it all set up. And then when that it was set it up for a Saturday, that Saturday came around and I was just like, man, it's too early. I got other stuff that I'm actually double booked. Like I've got plans to do other things. I'll do it later. And didn't take the time to go and do it then. And I've just been like kind of putting it off from there. Like haven't really thought about it. Got busy with other stuff. But as far as that's part of the plan, I guess, is to set up a 529. Both sides of grandparents have like basically agreed to, Christmas time, birthdays, around those times, just throw money into it or whatever. But at this rate, like with the 529, it's, especially with the twins, it's not going to be enough. That'll be a portion of it. You know what I mean? That'll be a part of it. That's not going to cover 4 years of college for both of them. So, we are, I guess, looking into other avenues, just to find ways to make sure that we're being smart about it. But we don't have like a plan laid out completely yet.
It sounds like you need to start doing push-ups and make sure you get that athletic scholarship.
Hey,
at least for one of them,
or at least just get like partial. Sure,
give me something. Nah, that makes sense, man. I know, like I said, the conversation was kind of sprung on by Sydney's mom, but like I've already been thinking about it quite a bit. Even my mom has reached out saying that she wants to donate, like you said, Terrence, like do something, each year, birthdays, Christmas. But we also have, we used to do a scholarship. We used to give away a scholarship every year here locally in my brother's name, who Chandler's named after. And that kind of like went to the side, but there's still quite a bit of money in that account that we had set up. It's a charitable fund account, so it doesn't, it accrues a little interest, but we don't have taxes or anything that comes off that. So my mom wants to go ahead and take that money and jumpstart this, whichever we do. So you got the 529s. You can do just a mutual fund. You can do a custodial account, which I think it really just comes down to what you're comfortable with and what you feel like is going to do better for your money. Because like a 529 and I'm not an expert on it, but what from researched is like educational use only, right? Now that's not just tuition, but it's like for books, it's for room and board. It could be for laptops. It could even be for a car if you like put it in there the right way. Like, oh, they're going to be commuting, they need a car or whatever. So the only thing I don't like about that is like it is kind of boxed in. a 529.
Okay.
But a good thing about 529s too is like you can say the twins, Chandler, Kyle, whatever, like, I'm gonna go to the military, right? I'm gonna go do 4 years, and then their schools pay for, if that's still a thing they offer at the time. Well, they can
use that money to do something else.
No, they can take that money and give it to a
Put it towards
spouse for education.
yeah.
They can give it
Or
to
their
a
kid.
their kid for education. So like the money doesn't just get washed out, but it's still blocked for education. So like definitely something we're gonna do. If anybody's listening and you've already started one for your kid, hey, reach out to us.
Yeah,
give us some ideas, some tips, some information.
Please let us know.
I know, like I said, I know I want to start. Terrence just said it, and I'm assuming,
Definitely. I know, we're taking an investment class actually next weekend.
Dave Ramsey?
Doing it? No, not Dave.
Okay.
So we're doing that, but as far as other research wise, we haven't done much with it. I mean, that's like Terrence said, it's been like the last thing on my mind thinking about that. But it's hard to look into the future for 18 years, but you really got to do it as a parent. I think that's more of a responsibility.
It'll definitely the time will get away from you. So just do it. Just do it. Just set it up now. Even if you just throw $100 in there and just let it sit, just do it. Why you?
Well, like Terrence talking about time getting away from you. Like what's crazy is like, I think my Time Hop app or something like that, like told me last week, like Sydney announced it or told me we were pregnant.
That's crazy.
Like last week, a year ago, right?
Damn.
It's about to be 5 months.
That feels like,
and that feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
And like we're already a year past that time. She was like, "Hey, here's these red Adidas. Happy early birthday!" And I was like,
"Oh man,
what are these little mini red Adidas?" And she was like, "We're pregnant." And I was like, "I gotta start saving money." That was exactly what I said. I was like, "I gotta start saving money." She was like, "Can you be happy for like one moment?" I was like, "I am. I am."
It just hit me now. I got it.
So, yeah, man, that investment stuff is going to be huge. Like I said, I need to do some more research. Like I probably need to take a class like you guys are and figure some stuff out. Like I feel like we got a good grip on our, our money, but you can always learn more. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Just
definitely having that financial freedom of no debt, like the no debt part and that freedom is amazing. But just being able to invest it and take it to the next level is, that's just that next level. So
yeah, I agree. Like if you don't know what to do with having this freed up money, you're really still in the same spot. If you're not like making it work for you, like I always like there was always like a quote or something. I can't remember where I got it from. Where it was like, you want your money to work for you. Like you want to make money while you sleep. Like your money's growing while you're just in bed, going to sleep. Like it's still accruing money. It ain't about like you clocking in all the time. So that's cool,
that's
man. I'm glad to know.
That's been one thing in the past like 4 years probably where I've had to like retrain myself because my dad, how I was taught growing up was save your money, and still that is something you should do. But it's like, okay, but what after that? You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to make second nature is that second step after you save your money.
Yeah, that comes from I would imagine a mentality of like not having a lot when you grow up, so
that's
save
exactly what it is
in your older life because you're like, well, I don't know something might happen. I might not have this, right? Where we all had a friend, or we all have a friend, not had, whose dad gave him like stock for like a birthday present one year. Like it was like an investment, like he can grow off of it. Like like I said, I'm not gonna say their name on the air on the recording, but we all had but that's like a different mentality. Like his parents knew, like, yeah, you could save, but this needs to start growing for you now. Like he was in high school, and that's what was one of his gifts. Which I at the time I looked at it, I was like, that ain't cool. Like, but I didn't know. I didn't know like what I know today. So yeah.
Be nice if you were taught. I mean, they might have, but if I pay more attention for that in high school, or if they had like investment financial classes like that, you know.
I think it's just.
I feel like it should be mandatory. But
it's not that it's like trendy now, but it's just more people are talking about it now. So it's the that barrier of entry isn't really the same as it was before, where it was like, I don't even know where to go to learn about it, or like who to ask what question. But at least now, like with honestly with the internet, you can find it all. You know what I mean? And and even if you're like, okay, I've Googled it and I don't know what to do, you could even then find somebody's Instagram account and find out how to get in contact with them and learn from there.
Right,
like
or YouTube
it's insane
channel or something like that.
Yeah.
All the knowledge you need and everything is just right at your hand.
Right. I mean, like
that's what's wild.
Like, heck, a lot of the work I've done myself in my house was from YouTube. Like, so YouTube University, right? Like, you can find everything on there. You know, and with us, our pod being on there now, like, I feel like I'm watching YouTube more than I do anything else right now. Like, I'm always on there just watching videos and stuff. So it's unique. Like I said, everything's at your fingertips.
Oh yeah,
crazy about that because think back then when you're doing something like, especially around your house.
Yeah.
Back then all you knew was just if somebody knew how to do this. Like you couldn't do many things on your own. I guess you could read about it.
Read a book.
Yeah, read a book.
Read a book.
That wouldn't be terrible.
No, I mean it wouldn't be.
It's easier just watching having somebody help you do it.
Yeah, or watching the video or something. Exactly. You're like, I can repaint my cabinets.
Here's how to do it. Sand it down.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Paint it. Hang it.
Not to cut you off or switch topics, but Terrence, I saw you. I think actually Dara shared it. Y'all were like on a walk or a jog or a run the other day on along the river, and like she had the twins in the photo, but I couldn't tell. I thought Barkley was there, and so I didn't know like how have y'all been adjusting, or how has Barkley really been adjusting to having twins at home? And like because like I feel like with Major, and I'll let you answer before I jump into my response, but with Major, we always try to take him on walks. We always try to like go outside and play with him, but time, things have changed. Like, so how is Barkley adjusting to that? And by the way, this is IG submission, a question. So if you want to shout out who it was before you answer, it'd be nice too.
I mean, I guess we can give him a shout out now. I'm just playing. Shout out to you, Sam. Thanks for submitting a question. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Good job, Barkley wasn't there. It's too hot. Like I was going originally. I like woke up and I was going to go for a run, and then go for a little jog, and then like go play basketball. But then Dara was up with the boys, and I was just like, I mean, I could just make the run a little bit longer. She could walk with the boys. We could make it a little bit of like a family thing, and then just go on about our day. And it was way too hot for Barkley. He would have made it 30 minutes and been like, yo, get me home. So he was not there. But as far as Barkley's adjustment, honestly, he's doing better than, I can't really say better than I expected. I thought that he would be fine, but there was always just like that, I don't know, that like not wanting to put myself in a bad situation where I would regret like thinking, why would I ever, what was the point in putting myself in a situation for Barkley to harm one of our children or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So we looked into like different type of training and all this different stuff, and it was just like mixed reviews that we got back, and it basically came down to like, look, we'll just see how this goes, like with us training Barkley. Like, I mean, we've trained Barkley throughout his life. Everything he knows is from us. So I was like, I'll just do the same when it comes to the kids. The only real concern we have is how rough he plays. Like, he's a big dog. So he's going to like, he bumps into you. Like, he doesn't really play soft. So that's been the main thing that we've been worried about. But honestly, he's perfect with the boys. He cares for him. He'll come up and lick them and like wants to be around all the time. Now like going back into what I was saying about him playing rough, he just doesn't understand his like he'll lay next to him and he'll his paw will hit like the ground and then just like slide forward as he's laying down. and like poke him in the side.
Yep.
And it's like, bro, like you can't do that, but he doesn't really understand that because he doesn't think that he's harming him when he's doing it.
Yeah.
But he's like, he gets it. Like he's, for the most part, he's gentle around him. He always wants to like lay next to him when they're laying on the floor and stuff. But he's been really good. The hardest part, the scariest part was when we first brought him home. So leaving the hospital, before we came home, actually, I ran home, grabbed a change of clothes for Dara, like, because we ended up staying one extra day at the hospital. So I just like grabbed an extra pair of clothes, hopped in the shower while I was home, and then dropped off like some of their garments so he could smell them, just to try to get him used to them early. And went back, and he just kind of like, he sniffed them, didn't think anything of them. But when we got the boys home for that first week, or first 2 weeks really, anytime they cried, Barkley was just like, he would growl. And it wasn't like an angry, like aggressive growl. It was like the like, what is this? I don't know what's going on. Like trying to figure things out type of growl. But then, after that 2 weeks was up, he realized like, oh, these are like the little humans that are with us. So he's been cooling ever since, man. So our next concern is when they're big enough to walk around. That's when we're like trying to brace ourselves and get ready for that. Yeah. But I think he'll be okay.
For everybody who doesn't know, Barkley is a pretty awesome pit bull.
Yeah,
and very nice pit bull at that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're that's pretty neat. For the, like I said, Barkley's super chill, so I didn't expect you to come in here, answer that question with like, man, I had to always tell him to stop. No, get away. Like nothing like that. Again, shout out to Sam, our Terrence and I's friend, for even asking this question, because I really never even thought about it before. With Major, like we just came home and Major kind of sniffed around a little bit and then went back to his bed. And like, truthfully, he's been that way for 5 months. Like he'll, anytime like we're on the floor with Chandler, he kind of comes over there because he thinks it's his playtime too. So he'll go grab his bones or something and lay right there next to us. And there's no problem with that. Like sometimes he does get wild with his bone. Like he likes to fling it up in the air and try to catch it, which I'm like, bro, you can't do that around here. We do I do take him on walks, especially if I can get it in like when the weather's nice, if it's cooler and stuff like that. Because not only would Major be hot, but Chandler don't play that stuff, bro. If he's hot, it's a wrap. Like, don't even force him to do nothing outside.
I feel that though.
he's like, no. Major's we did do training with him. Like we actually started it probably like right after Chandler was born.
Y'all did intensive training.
Yeah, we did full on like full obedience school. Like he went like almost every day for 2 weeks, and now he has like 2 more one-on-one classes with me. Like we actually went to one last week, and the trainer was like, so what do you want to work on today? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, well, let's just go through everything. And like he got everything like boom, 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 boom. She goes, do you work with him at home a lot? And I was like, oh yeah, every day. Like I do something with him every day. And she was like, well, what's your overall goal? I was like, well, Chandler's going to be walking and all that stuff before we know it, like in the spring. And I was like, I want to be able to go to the park and not have to worry about holding my dog on a leash. I want to be able to just let him be. She was like, well, let's start working on, no leashes. No leashes and all that stuff. And even then she was like, he listens to you like that. I was like, yeah, he listens to me, but unfortunately he really doesn't listen to my wife. I don't know. He knows he can get away with stuff with her.
But yeah, so like, can get away with stuff.
We also have a cat too. I will say, Girly. Hold on, Sydney has a cat. Okay, don't get me started on the cat, because for anybody who knows, pregnant women can't change cat litter while they're pregnant.
Oh,
they can't like do all that. I guess there's some type of, I don't even know what it's called. So I'm not. It's like formaldehyde or some type of chemical,
disinfectant or chemical,
whatever. I don't know. I can't explain it. It is true. I looked it up. I was like, dang. So from the moment Sydney found out she was pregnant,
guess I don't do that cat litter for 9 more months.
The cat litter, which is cool. I mean, whatever. I did it, and it has not stopped. So for a year now,
You know they make
I do the cat litter.
They make self-littering boxes.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have a cat, so I couldn't comment exactly on it, but I know they have that.
Don't get one. But Cat's cool. She was super jealous in the early front because like Sydney would always have Chandler, like, you know, usually like if we're on the couch lounging, she'll jump up there and lounge on somebody's lap.
Okay.
Well, she couldn't do that, you know, because Sydney would have Chandler all the time. So like she started acting out, man. Like no joke. Yeah.
She the cat of all people.
Dude, she would be scratching on the couch. She would like eat at our plants, and she never did any of that before. Like she was trying to get attention, and I was like,
that's wild.
It's weird to see a pet like lash out like that. So beware.
That's crazy.
When you know, like you got your 2 dogs.
I know. I think I'm confident in our dogs, but it's crazy. Like the past month and a half, it's really started to change. Like everybody always says, like, you know, how they react with a pregnant woman, and we're always curious about it. And recently, they just started becoming like super attached with Sierra. We have 2 black labs. Doug's more of a mix between I don't know what Doug and Roxy. So Doug, he has like longer hair, so I don't know what he's mixed with. But they're always good dogs and calm for the most part. We play with them every day. And but Doug has been following around Sierra. She works from home still, and is actually going to be working from home until she comes back from maternity leave. Which is she hasn't been back to work since COVID.
Dang, she's going almost 2 years off work.
Legit 2 years. So kind of like side note, she hasn't even seen her boss since she's been out of COVID, got pregnant, came back with a kid. Wow. So she's fortunate to be able to work from home though with the dogs, and but Doug will follow her around everywhere. It's like a little shadow now.
Well, they say like because they can hear the heartbeat and all that stuff because they're heightened sense of hearing.
Yeah.
It took Girly a while. They say cats are quicker to that, to like snuggle up a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happened for us too.
It was but it's crazy, man. Like if she's just in the kitchen doing dishes or standing somewhere, he goes and sits like right on her feet and doesn't ever leave. Like when I get home from work, whenever I get home from work, they no matter what time, I'm on night shift now. Yeah. So when I come home, it's like 4 a.m. They always usually greet me at the door. They'll come greet me, and Doug will run right back to the bed where Sierra's asleep. So it's like, man, it's
cool, man. That's
it's
cool.
wild. Like it. So part of me is like, I know they're gonna be super protective over Kai. You know, so I just want to make sure they do it the right way. It's not harming Roxy, man. She's just, I don't know. She's all on Sierra now too, but more Roxy. So. She used to be always on me, but now she's more loving on Sierra.
Oh,
that's my girl though.
Like Roxy, man. I remember the day Roxy came in the world.
They're both 11.
Gosh,
damn,
that's crazy.
No, that was good, man. Appreciate you, Sam.
That's a good submission
for that submission. For anybody, ladies that tune into our podcast, Sam has a nice YouTube page called Glam by Sam B that does like makeup tutorials, and she's really, really awesome at it. So. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But
Mark, she can show you how to do a smoky eye, dog. She'll get you right.
Yeah, she give you that. She give you that like little smoky eye, and you know, like get that color blend in, so you know it looks natural and whatever. But yeah, for any ladies, or I mean, I guess men, if you're into it, check out that YouTube page, and yeah. But so I guess it's time for us to move on to our Would You Rather. Would you rather? Man, I always enjoy this segment, but I love that we're switching it up a little bit today. It's not a would you rather per se. It's just a moment, you know. So I'll ask the question. I don't care who goes first, but I feel like y'all are both prepared in your answers. So
Mark, I'll let you go. You go first, Mark.
Mark's going first. Okay, I'm excited to hear your answers.
Okay,
and so this is gonna be good. All right, so instead of would you rather, it's gonna be if you were on death row, okay, and you got a choice to pick your last song, not your last meal, your last song. What would it be? Like the last song you got to hear. You're on death row now.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you're
done, right?
You're
gonna die.
So like, no more pills. It's a wrap.
If I know I'm gonna die, I don't want to hear some like any depressing stuff. like hard. I just want something that I'm
just
gonna be able
to... of the Angels. That song you don't
No.
Okay.
So it's gotta be Soundtrack to My Life. That's it, right off there.
That's the one.
I would have bet it.
That's the one.
I would have.
I knew it was gonna be Cuddy. I didn't know that was it.
You know, because y'all know me, and anybody else that knows me knows I'm a Cuddy stan.
You should have looked right into your camera and been like, "I'm picking Soundtrack."
Yeah, it's easy. Soundtrack to My Life. That's the easiest answer ever. The second I was going over it, and I was with Sierra, and she was like, "What are you gonna pick?" I was like, "I already know. Soundtrack to My Life. Kid Cudi." You could just play that whole album straight through, though. Man on the Moon, first one. That
What made you choose Soundtrack to My Life, though?
I just feel like it's a very uplifting song.
Yeah.
You know, and so I don't want something I'm gonna be like, I could have did other songs of Kid Cudi, like anything, like The Prayer from his mixtape. That's like a super sad song.
I was about to say that's a little too melancholy, I guess.
Yeah, like I don't want any sad songs.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna try to cut you off. My answer was literally
completely different. Oh, so you want like
no. That's honestly, fitting for you,
Donovan. When you answer, honestly, I've run through this in my head like with literally every scenario, right? So if yours is different, then I'll like match you with whatever you're coming with. I'll be like, all right,
you're good.
See, so I took mine like I'm gonna die, like I'm in jail, I'm done, I'm a dead man,
right?
And like that's it. What's the last song you want to hear? I mean, that's probably my favorite song.
That's
I feel like if I'm on death row, I want to hear my favorite song ever that's just gonna make you like feel like a certain type of way when you listen to it, you know?
Okay. And I guess
same
lines. I don't know.
Maybe I wouldn't even like. I was more so like being goofy with my idea, like what I would do.
Many men.
Let me hear yours, Donovan.
That's a great. That's a great one. That's a great one. Like I was literally like, I was like, man, there's like so many songs I could pick. I'm on death row, right? So I'm like, all right, what would I do? So like initially, I was like, all right. I was like, I would do "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy.
That's the last song you want to hear.
Damn, like it wasn't me as I'm going to my death, right?
I feel bad for your soul, man. You're living, you're having Shaggy on repeat when you die. What's that song? I can't think of it.
So then I was like, okay. I was like, all right, maybe not that one. Then I was like, maybe we could do "Staying Alive" by the Bee Gees. Like, staying alive.
You definitely went about this different.
Damn.
So. Like I said, I was like, my mindset for this was like, look, this is the last thing that anybody's going to remember about me. So I was
you want them to remember Shaggy or the Bee Gees?
I was just like, I'm going to be like, forget it. Like, I'm already going to die. So let me just be silly.
Hey, yeah.
Then, so like, I was like, all right, if I had another one.
Shout out Shaggy, though. I did have a CD I came in from.
Oh, of course you did. And then another one, I was like, oh, what's that song go? I can't remember the name of it. It's like, this is the song that never ends. Like,
this is the song that
never ends. Like, basically,
goes on and on, my friend.
Because I was like, well, they can't kill me until the song's over. Well, that song never ends.
I went down that route too, dog. I went down that route too.
So I was like, well, I'll just play this song and they're going to keep me alive forever.
Damn.
So that's like the way I thought about it was like stuff like that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I guess I just took it differently.
That's a good way. That's a hell of a way to go out.
My man. My man goes, I'm going to play Soundtrack to My Life because I just feel like people need to know this about me. I'm like, yeah, just play "It Wasn't Me" by Shaggy.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Terrence. I'm done. I'm dead. Look,
I love that. That just shows how like two different brains work when you read something and all you work off is a text message.
For real. All right. So coming into this, I legit, as soon as I saw it come up, I was like, man, that's a good question. And I immediately went to a song, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna listen to my favorite song. So I sat there and thought, like, what is my favorite song of all time? Like, what is the song that I would listen to? And there's just too many to pick from. So I was like, maybe it's not the song that I'm looking for. maybe it's something that fits like the mood or, you know, the vibe, if you will. So that's when I sat there and I was like, okay, if they're about to walk me to lethal injection or the electric chair or whatever, because I killed somebody or for whatever reason, maybe I want something that's like, maybe I want like a sad song to just like, so I can like get a good cry in, release all these emotions, and then it's on. Like all of that's out, I can go on about my day. But then I sat there and I was like, I ran through. There were 3 songs that I had like in my head for that. But then I was like, yo, I'm not trying to go out like looking like that. Like if I'm about to go, like if I'm going out,
bitch.
I can't, bro. I'm not going outside. You are not about to have me going outside. So the song, I'll tell you the song that I picked, the song that I want to go out to, and I'm trying to come down the tunnel to this one. Walking through, chest poked out, ready. Shackles on. I'm ready, dog. I ain't going out like no punk. The song I picked was that's a good one though. No, I picked
you got hella build up for this.
I picked I Don't Stress by Nipsey Hussle. It's like my number one, like I gotta get some shit done. I gotta I gotta get in the gym. I gotta like write a paper. I gotta make this. I gotta make this element, like whatever I gotta do. Like I'm gonna listen to this song and like get myself in the zone. But
I like that.
So in the kind of in the same vein as you though Donovan, with thinking about songs that just for other picks that came to my mind, right? So I was trying to think of when I was still on like the whole like sad kind of get a cry in, release those emotions. There's 3 songs that like no matter when I hear them, like I'll get emotional over them. One is Blackberry Molasses. The other one, another one is Misty Blue, and then the last one is what's the third one? What is the third one? Misty Blue, and what is it? A Song for You. So with those 3, I would listen to those, but it's like my thinking is I probably already cried because I'm in a very shitty situation. So I'm not trying to like go out and like extend that feeling. But then how you were saying like a song that's like really long. This is funny. Darren and I actually like we were going somewhere last weekend, and I was randomly just listening to like I just threw on Fancy by The Dream, 6-minute song. And it's like probably his best song. Like the beat changes like 3 times in it. It's fire. That song is fire.
I didn't think you were going to pick that song when you said long song. I thought you were going to pick Pyramids by Frank Ocean.
Oh,
that's like
that is a very long song. That would be a good long.
Tell me that wouldn't get you the 11. No. Is it Illis? Was 11?
Oh yeah, because there's like that 3 minutes of no sound.
Pause in the front.
Yeah.
Like, no, by then you're already dead because like, okay, there's no song on this. You're down.
they're like your music.
No,
hold on, I promise.
It keeps going.
Hold on.
Sorry, your music didn't play. We're gonna hit the button. We gotta hit it. We gotta do it. Hold on, it's gonna play.
Nah, the reason
that is not a song you pick.
Instead of choosing, and the reason I wouldn't go with Pyramids, it's kind of sad. The like Fancy makes you feel good. Like listening to that song, it's 6-minute song. I feel good after I listen to it. Like it's just an enjoyable song. But without a doubt, it's got to be I Don't Stress though.
Can I do one more? Can I do one more insert?
Yeah, but this doesn't count as your answer.
No, it's not. No, it's not my answer.
Go ahead.
You got to come down to Shaggy.
You got to stay with the
Shaggy said. No, okay. So I'm on death row.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta die. The way I die is by a firing squad.
God.
To the song "They Shoot." They should look.
You're stupid.
I'm sorry. I literally took the question as like being funny about something that I was.
What's the G Unit show? The G Unit joint? Bang bang! I shut you down, bang.
could do that. Who shot you?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, Mini Man would work right there too.
I mean, many men would work. Right.
Oh man.
Blah, 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 blah.
What would you
I'm
choose,
sorry.
Tony?
Yes, Tony. What would you do? I don't know. Oh man. Oh, I'm sorry. I really misread the question. Even though I wrote the
That was
question.
awesome. I love that.
took
That
it
was a
totally
great.
different
That was
way.
a great question.
I can't wait to see what some people say they would pick as their song.
Hey, drop a would you rather. Drop a comment to the answer. in the
Please.
comments.
Yeah.
Let it in.
What
would
put
you
this in a
choose?
reel or something? We'll make this as a reel. Y'all good? Good
Man,
episode.
Good.
Back.
I'm
Feels
It's good
good.
to be back.
I know, man. Feels good. Man, we got a fantasy football draft next week too.
It's coming up.
We're not diving into that. Just letting everybody know.
I just had my
Coming up.
first draft
It's about
today.
that time.
Oh.
I know. Hey,
It was
you
good to
think,
get warmed up.
Is Dak really hurt? Real quick to do a little bit of sports. Is Dak really hurt?
I'm refraining from talking about Dak Prescott right now.
That's your man's, right?
Did anybody
Yes.
keep him? Donovan kept him.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't keep him. I didn't keep him.
I would not after watching Hard Knocks.
I didn't keep him. He already dropped him.
Mm.
But good episode, fellas.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up and get back to it.
Back to
Enjoy
it,
the week. Enjoy the kids. Enjoy
Mhm.
Yeah.
the
Family
wife.
life.
And
Make sure. Let me see. Let's.
let's see what you got. I don't know.
You know, let's hit all the socials. You know, make sure you hit us on Facebook.
Hit you on Facebook.
Like us on Dad Intentions.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram at Dad Intentions. And follow us on YouTube at Dad Intentions. Man.
I'm sorry, Mark just messed up our Instagram name. Our
Yeah.
Instagram is at dad_intentions. But
there you go.
follow
if
us
you
on
type in Dad
Instagram.
Intentions, you're fine.
Hit the subscribe button.
just
hit the
just
follow
look at
buttons.
the little. I don't know where it's gonna be on the screen, but just look at that.
It's on the screen. Our producer put
Tony's
it.
gonna put a pop.
I think it's gonna be like right here. Put it right over there. Sorry,
Oh,
it's
man.
over there.
Yeah.
And like us, follow us everywhere. For everybody who hit the DMs this past week for stickers, they will be coming soon. Anybody else who wants free Dad Intention stickers, drop your address in our DMs. We'll get them to you right away. They're free. We're just sending them out. Stick them on your laptop, stick them on your water bottles, your Yetis, whatever. Like, we appreciate y'all
Get 'em.
support, man. We love y'all. Peace.
One more thing.
What?
Okay, one more thing.
One more thing. Hey,
Say it.
shout out to my little homie Roman. He gave me a shout out the other day. about the podcast. Shout out Roman.
Shout out. Peace.